Visual note-taking is one of the most effective learning methods. It makes it easy to rearrange your ideas so you can organize them in any way you like and find connections, as well as create a map of your thoughts so you can see all of them at a glance. Also, it's just more fun and makes note-taking feel like a play. Is the future of note-taking visual? Well, some say it is. I guess that kind of makes sense because there's that famous estimate saying our brains can process visuals up to 60,000 times faster than text, even though that number is questionable. Anyway, I've always wanted to try visual note-taking, but the problem was that I suck at drawing and my handwriting is so atrocious that even I cannot decipher it. That's why I've been using text-based note apps like Loseq and Roam for a long time. But recently, there are more tools that combine the typical text-based note-taking and visual note-taking. Even though they are not the kind of tools that magically enable you to draw well, they still let you create notes on a digital canvas, draw lines and arrows to connect ideas, and put images and videos. To some people, this might be a much easier way to study and understand new concepts compared to the traditional note-taking method. Personally, I always take notes in bullet points using an outliner app, but I wanted to give visual note-taking a try. But since I had little knowledge about it, I asked the experts, the people who are developing one of the most popular new visual note-taking apps, Scrintal. So this video is kind of like the summary of what I learned from them on how to start visual note-taking. If you're new to it, like me, this guide might be a good starting point. When you use a visual note-taking app like Scrintal for the first time, it might look daunting and you don't know where to begin because you just have a blank whiteboard. So the first step is to simply start by writing the main ideas on the canvas. As you read a book, article, or take a lecture, just create a card for each key idea you learn. If you're reading a PDF document, you can add it to your card. This way you can take notes while reading the document on the canvas. This is especially helpful for students and anyone who does lots of research. Having reading materials on your canvas lets you go back to the context of your notes quickly whenever you need it. So if you're academic, a student or writer, you can even store your reading materials in Scrintal if you like. Then you can use tags to organize them. Anyway, you might want to write the main ideas of each slide, chapter, or paragraph as a single phrase or sentence. What's important here is to separate your ideas. Instead of making a long note packed with many ideas or concepts, you want to write one idea per note or card to get the best out of visual note-taking. That way you can see each one of them at once on the canvas, and it will make it easier to discover connections between ideas. It might help to think of each note as like a tweet. You don't need to pack so many ideas in one card. If it gets too long, you might want to deconstruct it into smaller pieces. Once you have the main ideas on the canvas, the next step is to expand on them. Now you can add sub-ideas as branches, so you can see how they are connected. It's kind of similar to mind mapping. It's like you're creating a map of ideas for the lecture, paper, or book you're reading. Make sure you connect the main and sub-ideas with arrows or lines, so you can see the hierarchy and links. This might be optional, but the next thing you want to do is to add images and videos. Having visual elements like this is one of the key points of visual note-taking. They work as visual cues to make it easier for you to deepen your understanding and remember what you learned. It's much easier to recall things if they are attached to visual elements like a picture and a drawing. In Scrintal, you can easily add any tweet, YouTube video, and images to your cards. For example, if you're making a card about a person, it's helpful to add their picture to make it more memorable. You can either upload a photo from your computer or just put the link to the image you want to use. Next, adding colors to cards will be useful if you want to make it easier to see the types, groups, or hierarchy of your notes. There are different ways to use colors. For example, you can add some colors to cards that are your reading materials, YouTube videos, and tweets, so you can instantly tell they are references. Or you can use colors to create a hierarchy. For instance, the main points would be red, then the sub-points would be blue. This might help when there are too many cards on your canvas and you want to make it look tidy. But there are many more ways to use colors, so you might want to experiment by yourself. Finally, the last step is to organize your cards in the way you like. This is one of the advantages of visual note-taking, that you can rearrange information in any way you like on an infinite canvas. You can organize them like a mind map, which is helpful to see how each idea expands, or it can be like a Kanban board, which is usually used for things like task management, project roadmap, and content calendar. You can even make a flowchart if you want to visualize the order or flow of something, or you can simply create an outline for your essay and blog post by rearranging your cards. Or you can make a map of your mind palace, which is a super useful studying technique when you are memorizing things. I used to use it when I was in uni and before exams. So for example, you can create a room as a section, then put some cards in the room. Then you just have to imagine these things in the room in your head. There are so many different ways of organizing your cards, which is the beauty of visual note-taking. You can also save these layouts and structures of cards in Scrintal, so you can always recreate what you made. Alright, so that was what I learned, and if you want to see how Scrintal works in more detail, make sure to check my full review. Alright, thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next video. Bye!